Hey, it's Dusti Martin with Platinum Living Realty dropping in to give you your monthly market update for the towns of Cave Creek and Carefree. It is currently March 7th, 2024. Hit the subscribe button. Let's go. All right, our active listings are up 39.1% over this time last year, but our sold listings also up 9.8% over this time last year. Currently sitting at 56 homes sold this past month versus 51 the year prior. Our median price per square foot is up 4%. That is a normal level of appreciation. Normal appreciation somewhere between 2 to 4%. If you've been watching this channel very long, you will know that I've been talking for a couple months about how I think we are returning to our historical norms, which is 2 to 4%. I think we will hopefully see a cap on double-digit appreciation going forward, barring some other crazy thing that could happen since it's an election year and things happen. Anyway, so our months of supply, though, is up 26.7% over this time last year at 4.57 months of supply. It's not quite a seller's market, but it's dancing all around that neighborhood. So I would expect some very gentle upward pressure on home prices. And in some price points, I would expect those home prices to just kind of stabilize. The good news is this is probably a sign that the hyperinflation is, knock on wood, hopefully over. And our median price per square foot, with all that said, is sitting at about $350 per square foot. Like I said, our months of supply is up from 3.61 last year to 4.57 this year. So we've gained about a month's worth of inventory. It's not bad, really. But our median days on market is down. So that means we have more homes, but they're selling for faster, and they're selling 21.4% faster than they were last year. Our median days on market this year is at 60 days. Last year it was 77. So we cut over 2 weeks worth of inventory essentially off the time it takes to actually sell the home. So what we've learned is homes are selling, more people are trying to sell their homes. Homes are worth more and they're selling for more, but they're also selling for faster despite the increase in the inventory. There's multiple things that go into figuring out months of supply and how to price your home. And this is just one of them. Months of supply is one of those things, but it's not all of those things. All right, if you're new here, this is a really good spot to take a breather, grab a drink, hit the subscribe button, because now we're going to break down the supply and demand by price range. If you're looking to buy a home in Cave Creek or buy a home in Carefree, or you're looking to sell a home in Cave Creek or Carefree, this is the part you want to pay the most attention to, because it's going to determine the type of market you specifically are in when trying to buy or sell a home in Cave Creek. So like I said, overall, we're at 4.57, not technically a seller's market, but very close to it. Our $0 to $100,000 price range, we don't have any data for. Same with the $1 to $200,000 price range, partly because values just went up so rapidly that we just don't hardly ever get inventory in this market anymore in these price ranges. So we don't have any data. That's not to say that it wouldn't be desirable if it were here. It's just that part of the market is rare now because it just doesn't exist. Now, our $200,000 to $300,000 price range, it's a white hot seller's market at a 1 month supply. Only one home came on the market. It sold. That left us with 1 month's worth of inventory. Then we look at our $300,000 to $500,000 price range. Again, very hot seller's market at 2 months worth of inventory. Keep in mind, 2 months in the grand scheme of things isn't a lot. It sounds like a lot compared to the last 4 or 5 years, but in years prior, it could take 90 days to sell your home, and you would have 6 months of inventory. So when you have 2 months of inventory, you should probably have your home under contract in about 10 days, which is lightning fast. So you are going to see upward pressure on those home values. You are going to see multiple offer situations, particularly on homes that look good, that smell good, that are priced appropriately and marketed appropriately. If your home is still sitting on the market in this price range after 2 months, chances are it's either your agent, I hate to say, and the marketing, or it's the price. And price usually overcomes everything. Not always, but it usually does. Then we look at our $500,000 to $700,000 price range, and we're at 2.25 months of supply. It's essentially going to be about the same as the 300 to 500. It's going to be very competitive. You're going to see multiple offers, especially on homes in the more desirable areas, in the more affordable price ranges. It's just how it is. Then we look at the $700 to $1,000 price range, and we're at 4.58 months of supply. It's not quite a seller's market, but it's nowhere near an even balanced stable market, or even a buyer's market for that matter. You're like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks outside of seller's market territory. So you might see some stabilization of the prices or see them going up less quickly. It's still going to be hard to come by homes, especially if you want any kind of land or anything attached here in Cave Creek or Carefree in that price range. So then we look at the $1 to $3 million price range, and this is where we see the bulk of our listings now in Cave Creek and Carefree, and that is at a 7-month supply, 7.17. And that's not a seller's market. It's not an even stable market, but it's not quite a buyer's market, although it's about a month past the even stable market, 6 months, but it's not quite 8 months, which would be a buyer's market. So you might see gentle downward pressure on homes. You might be taking 6, 8, 9 months to sell your home. However, if you are in a position where you need to sell quickly, who you choose to sell that home is going to matter very, very much, more so than in the other price ranges. So whoever it is needs to make sure that they have their pricing dialed in, because you are going to need to be aggressive, especially if you need to get out of this thing in 30, 60, 90, 120 days, because there is more than 7 months worth of inventory. Then we look at the $3 million price range and over. It's about the same at 7.3 months of supply. I guess that's an improvement actually from last year. This time last year, we didn't have any data, not because there wasn't any homes, but because none of them sold. So we didn't have anything that we could calculate last year. So this year, with 22 listings, 3 of them did sell, and that left us a 7-month supply of inventory, and you're basically gonna have to fall in line with the same as the $1 to $3 million price range. Now, that's a little bit of an improvement, because last year we had 15 listings and nothing sold in the month of February. So with that said, it could be worse, but just keep in mind where you are. It's not as bad as it could be, or as it has been in previous recent months. If you're wondering what it would take to get your home sold here in Cave Creek or Carefree, or if you're looking to buy a home and wondering what you'd be up against in your price range, go ahead and give me a call at 480-717-9405 or visit my website at dustimartinrealtor.com.